What's going on, guys? It's On Fire, and I was very, to say the least, I was a very strong advocate that Charlotte was an embarrassment to the Pro League, and now I'm going to give my thoughts on Auto Club. And I'm also going to work on my car for Elite too tonight. So we don't run custom setups, it's just a default league, so that's why my times are a little off. It's not because I suck, it's because I'm only running default. But I thought the race went well. I thought the race went very well. Let's see. I think FedEx jumped out to a pretty early lead on the PS4 side and pulled away. And it was almost like if you could get out front, you could really control the draft. You could really control, the lines. And the broadcasters understood that. That Hannah Newhouse girl, she did a very great job. One thing I will say is better, their broadcasting was a lot better than iRacing's peak antifreeze. Like with talking to the drivers during the race and all that. That was I enjoyed the broadcast. It was a great broadcast. It was a great race. Shout out to 704 for putting on, and those drivers, all those drivers. But there's one thing I still haven't been wrong about, and that is FedEx, Slade, Bear, and Fluffy dominating. And the cars, those were the four cars up front most of the race. I think Slade I think he had the lead, and then I can't remember who it was. They all went 3 or 4 wide into coming out of turn 3. Slade got pushed out of the way, and then he wrecked. And then instead of causing a caution and just slamming his car into the wall, which much respect to him for doing so, he let those guys race it out. And they raced it out. The racing was good. They were 3 and 4 wide on both Xbox and PS4 side. Garbage won the Xbox race. Fast Fed won the PS4 race, and FedEx, let's see, he won the race. He just had the fastest car. FedEx is just one of the best drivers on the game. Like, that's what it is. And he just completely drove away from the field there at the end. And that's all pretty much the most interesting part about that race, was that they were 3 and 4 wide and the great finish. Xbox was a little different. The end of that race was a little chaotic. You had, guys up front. You had guys up front, like I think Penzl was up front in the 22 car. I think that's his name. The guy that won the opener at Charlotte. I don't know a lot of the Xbox guys' names. But yeah, the really only thing to talk about at Xbox, they had the same thing at the end of the race, was Garbage's little move. I know he didn't do it on purpose, but Garbage came up into somebody and knocked him into the fence. I think it was the 22 that he knocked into the fence. Cost him a shot at the win. The caution came out, and on the restart, damn if Garbage didn't just drive away. Same thing we saw FedEx do in the PS4 race first, and that was awesome. But great booth broadcasting, great race. That's all I asked for, man. Show those iRacing guys we're serious. So this way, next year when I get drafted, I can have a chance to do this. But my goal is to get to iRacing. You know what I mean? iRacing is where it's at. Unless NASCAR Heat 4 just blows it out of the water and that game is ultra realistic, I can't really focus on trying to hit my lines and stuff while I'm talking. But unless they make that game ultra realistic, then I don't know. I think that they did a good job this week, though. And I said that I would, I wouldn't criticize them if I liked what I saw, and I loved what I saw. But so far, Zane the Bearded, I still haven't been wrong. Slade, Fluffy, and Bear and Fed have dominated. Slade and Fed won the first 2 races. I told you, those are the only 4 racers in the field. The rest of those guys don't really know how to race. They don't know how to get to the front. They just lined up and drafted to get in. And it's showing. It really is showing. It's showing who the racers are, and there's only 4 of them in there. Raced with Bear and Fast Fed for 2 years on the PS4 side, and they've always been good. They've always been racers, and I've always been right there with them. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on how the event went. It went good. Fast Fed won, pretty much dominated Auto Club. He dominated the start of the race and the end of the race. That's pretty much all there is to talk about. Great 3-4 wide action, great broadcasting, great job 704, and great job on the drivers really stepping it up. But you got to have more than 4 dominant cars. I want to see 14 guys racing, battling, not just the same 4 every week. But it's getting there. It's getting to where it is, you know. Like that was good. All right. Thank you guys for watching. It's on fire, and good luck to everybody next week at Bristol in the Pro League. Peace out, boys.